Welcome back to Tiny T Gaming. Today I'm going to be talking about why I think Lucius the Eternal is a weak character as the champion of Slaanesh and the notable character for the Emperor's Children Legion. Before I get into this though, please like and subscribe if you're enjoying the channel. I'm really trying to upload as much as possible, and if you have subscribed already, thank you. Your support really means a lot. So, getting into it. Lucius was once a captain of the Emperor's Children Legion, proud, vainglorious, and extremely arrogant. He was a close friend of Tarvitz, and as such would be condemned to death alongside all other loyalists within Legion at the Isstvan III atrocity. Bitter at this turn of events, and jealous that Tarvitz, a supposedly steady but unimpressive officer, would rise to become the leader of the loyalists, he would make contact with the traitors. Betraying his own men, he would kill them, opening up a way to rejoin the Legion and for the traitors to get to Tarvitz and the other loyalists. Fighting in the Isstvan V, drop site massacre, and then going on to survive the heresy, he would become Slaaneshi Champion and lead his own small warband throughout the ages. Protected by extremely thick plot armour, though he is meant to be an incredible swordsman, he has been killed a dozen times, or more, brought back by Slaaneshi's powers each time. This is due to when his killer feels pride, they will slowly be transformed into Lucius, legionary reincarnating in the body of his killer. As I've just stated, he has been killed many times, but not all times has he been killed by someone who would feel pride over the act. Yet somehow, due to plot armour and contrivances, he has been brought back. His warband is small as well. During the novel centred around him, he had about 200 warriors, which in my opinion is hardly fitting for a chosen of one of the 4 Chaos Gods, and again in my opinion his storyline has been decidedly weak. We haven't had much captivating lore from him too, though we did get a Warhammer Plus episode, which, whilst entertaining, wasn't much in my opinion, as there is so much more we could see from him and his warband. In my opinion, it was disappointing when he was initially portrayed as a loyalist, and then turned on his brothers during the Isstvan atrocity, as I feel his character was devalued massively in the act. I'm not saying he would be a credible loyalist. I'm saying, though, that having him kept aboard the Emperor's Children's flagships or their fleet and then going in to fight the loyalists would have been more substantiated, in my opinion, by his arrogance and the fact that he is very self-centered, which ties into Fall into Chaos and Slaanesh especially. If he were to be a credible focus point for the traitors' cause on the side of Slaanesh or the Emperor's Children Legion, I think it would be better for him to have a much larger force of Astartes and cultists to command, and he'd become a rallying figure for the Legion, especially in the current setting where Fulgrim has returned. In my opinion, it'd be better if he'd been killed off and made way for another chosen of Slaanesh, someone who rose through the Emperor's Children's warbands to command, conquer and control and really captivate the audience. But seeing as he hasn't been killed off and he won't be, I think it'd be better if he falls in line with a much larger Chaos force, especially as the Primarch Fulgrim has returned. But we've had so little in the way of lore there since this Demon Primarch's return. I was expecting and hoping that these recent changes and releases would have seen a somewhat united Legion or larger warband force from the Legion forces that have survived to the present day, a credible threat to the Imperium that could have given us lots of lore and some good story arcs with fresh novels or series. It's as if the Emperor's Children simply haven't had as much love compared to plenty of other factions, even with their most recent models releases and the whole return of a Primarch. With this being the state of the Legion's lore, it's no surprise that champions and characters haven't been fleshed out enough to satisfy fans. Lucius the Eternal could be a really captivating character, as he was not a true loyalist, only loyal by association with Tarvis. The flaws in his personality became apparent when he was condemned to death, alongside his friend, yet turned on his own truer brothers. His actions have been limited, though, in the millennia since, and the lore we do have is more in keeping with the sideline character, not the chosen of a god. Khan may not have a host of novels fleshed out, yet he was made a very compelling character during the Horus Heresy, and he has been mentioned and featured in novels since. Other champions of chaos and traitor legions are much more fleshed out as a whole, with more credible story arcs and reasons for falling. They have also contributed far more to the Long War and to their own goals, building up much larger armies and actually having an impact on the Imperium they're sworn to bring down. If we are going to be subject to having a character like this remain in the setting, I think Lucius the Eternal needs to start having a real big impact on the Imperium and the Long War, even if his god and his personality is more given over to selfish acts, as Chaos as a whole is a selfish force, as all of the traitors turned on the Imperium for their own selfish wants, needs, or paranoia, and they contrived up their own justifications for their heinous acts throughout the 10,000 years since. So we could really see more and not have this almost useless chaos champion just milling around in the setting, slaughtering, being depraved, but not really doing much else. But let me know what you think of this in the comments below. Even if you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.